Morning everyone, and welcome back to World Warship and to Let's Talk Leaks. And today we are gonna talk about the new oncoming tier 10 Akizuki superclass, the tier 10 Harugumo, and in English it means Spring Cloud, which is pretty nice name for a destroyer, Spring Cloud. Well, keep that in mind, guys, and this is very important. It's still a work in progress. This is only super stats leaks, and I really hope to God that Wargaming will change the stats, because in my honestly opinion, in the near future will be more radar cruiser than ever. The life of a destroyer, it's hard as hell in today's live version. In the next patch or so, it will be close to impossible to play with very slow destroyers. You're just a sitting duck, you know, farm, and I don't know how should I say. You're just gonna not have any good enjoyable gameplay with especially versus tier 10 US light cruiser. And I'll talk very fast about the new oncoming module, the super module that you can achieve. Then some ships, in my honestly opinion, with radar and some other concealment, they are just absolutely broken and makes the life of a destroyer even harder. But now, guys, let's talk stats about the Harugumo, the new oncoming tier 10 Japanese destroyer in Akizuki's lines. Alright, so it will be one of the biggest and the heaviest destroyer in this game. And let's talk about hull, let's talk about HP pool and so on. Alright, are you guys with me? Hit points 25,600 for a destroyer. This is whopping, this is massive, which is good, and I believe personally she kind of need it, because at tier 8 the Akizuki still have one hell of a HP pool, and that's the first Japanese gunboat. Alright, plating 90 millimeters. Now the maximum speed, it's not that awful or not that bad as the Akizuki, 35.7. It's workable. What is really darn bad, it's actually even worse than the damn Cleveland, which is actually a cruiser for crying out loud. It's the turning radius, whopping 830 meters. Rudder shift time 5.47 seconds. Surface detection, it's 7.92, which basically means, guys, that it's the stats of our turning radius and rudder shift. It's basically copy paste from Akizuki. Please tell me if I'm wrong. And surface detection 7.92, and this is without camo or captain's perk or anything else. And air detection 5.22, in smoke fire detection 2.54, which is alright. And this is the consumable, guys. You have a repair party for consumable 1, consumable 2, you have smoke, speed boost, and the fourth and the final are torpedo rearmament. Yes, it's like basically the Akizuki's layout of the consumable. Let's talk about the main guns. Well, you have 5x2 100mm/65 Type 98, reloads every 3 seconds, rotation 180, rotation time in 11.3 seconds, which is damn fast, to be honest. It's really good. And this is the sector fire. Fire range, it's pretty darn amazing, 12.55. I do believe if you have advanced firing training, you may come up with 15.1 or something, which is absurd, a good range for a destroyer. And Sigma 2.0. The damage of those 100mm guns in HE will be 1200, and muzzle shell speed, it's 1000 meters a second for HE and 1000 meters a second for AP. The damage is for H is 1200 and for AP 1700. Penetration, this is the most important, it's only 17 millimeters, so you need to, of course, to have this perk which buff your penetration value, and the chance to put your enemy on fire are 5%. 17, yeah, you probably would like to say that you need a very high skill captain to do well, and without AFG you have hard even to pen superstructure of battleship. Torpedo, what's the torpedo power? Instead of 5 you have 6 torps, and this is the angle of torpedo fire angle. And reload, this is questionable, 157 seconds, we don't know yet, but the damage, it's whopping 23,766 maximum damage, which is yeah, it's broken good. The damage, it's big time, and of course if all 6 will hit the damn target, well then you kind of are screwed if you're a cruiser or a battleship. And torpedo speed are fantastic, 67 knots, but you have 2 kinds of torps. You have the F3 torps, Shimakaze, and yeah, F3 torps, but I believe that the best torps are the Type 93 Mod 3, which has a range of 12 kilometers, detection 1.7, 67 knots, and do even more damage, 23,767. The torpedoes are fine, it's just very questionable about the torpedo reload. 157 seconds, it's yeah, more than 2 minutes, and wow, almost 3 minutes, for crying out loud. Of course you have torpedo rearm, but it does have a cooldown. Now the AA defense, let's talk about AA defense. Those 100 millimeters guns are dual purpose. You have the DPS at 104 DPS at range of whopping 5 kilometers. Remember guys that most of Akizuki guys have advanced firing training or BFT, which yeah, you will buff this 104 even further. It still does not have AA defense, which basically means that I would say it's decent AA, but not crazy. Remember, you're kind of a slow, and your turning radius are kind of a bad, and if a carrier still wants to strike you, a tier 10 aircraft carrier, if it wants to strike you, they will do it, and it may kill you actually. So even though, you know, it's not bad for a destroyer, this AA, it's still nothing crazy. And then you have the 40 millimeters bore force chi type yeah, 6x2s in 66 DPS at 3.5, and you have the short 16.1 29 in DPS at the range at 3.1. So what should I think about Harugumo? Harugumo needs some work. Why? I explain you why, and this is the message to wargaming. You see, wargaming at tier 10, there's no such thing as a bad destroyer. All tier 10 destroyers are unique, and they may have different playstyle, but they are strong as hell, each and every one of them. You cannot say, oh, this destroyer, it's a pile of crap. No, there's no such thing as a bad destroyer. And I'm not saying that this spring cloud will perform bad, but it's just a very tiny upgrade versus Akizuki, and Akizuki, it's 2 tier lower. Yeah, you may argue that she received additional firepower, 1 more gun and 1 more torp, but the turning radius and everything else, it's a mech. It's sure, you may argue that she received some speed, but come on guys, 2 freaking nuts or not making the whole entire line. Ooh, it's a super Akizuki. Let's go and grind the new line. It's not a huge improved versus today's Akizuki in stats. So please let me know. I believe that she needs more love. I have no idea what Wargaming should do, but it's, in my honestly opinion, a very small upgrade versus today life's version of Akizuki. So please let me know, guys, what you think about this new tier 10 bad boy. Does she need more help or more love from Wargaming? That's all for today, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and always, captains, fair seas and goodbye.